Check in, check in. Oh, we started off wrong. We got to be full pan. What's going on, everybody? PBL playoffs has begun. It's begun. We got a game already locked in. I'm going to be honest with you. Looking at the landscape of the playoff bracket this year, I don't want to say anybody can win this PBL season, but seeing the first game that just got played, what I thought that game would end up being, taking a look at the cannibalism that is the NFC, taking a look at the first round matchup for a guy like Wes. This is a very, very interesting playoff bracket for this PBL season. I'm going to get you guys out of here in about 30, 40 minutes because I've got dinner in the oven and I want to relax and have a little bit of dinner. But because you guys are playing all over the place, I wanted to get a show in because I figured if we start doing gameplay commentary, we're going to miss a game and I'm not going to be able to do the show. And I want to make sure that I give you guys a show. So that being said, welcome to the PBL show. I'm your host, Dad Stop Gaming. You see the playoff bracket here. You see one game already in here, and that's going to be the first game we actually talk about. So first off, congratulations to everybody that made the playoffs. Congratulations to Chocolate. I think getting his first ever first round bye, if I'm not mistaken. I think this is his first round bye ever. And then Dimes and the Chargers getting a first round bye on the AFC side of things. We take a look at some of the matchups here. We start with the AFC. We're going to talk about this Norm and Jay matchup that we missed. We've got Mai going up against Nick. We've got Wes going up against DJ with the Texans. Bentley and Luna. That's a very interesting matchup. We also got then Tizzy and the Rams, and then the Saints, and the guy who I thought he was going to be the one seed. I think everybody is genuinely baffled that he's not the one seed. Mexi with the Bears. Let's go ahead and start breaking some of these games down, and we're going to start off with the Ravens and the Jags. I took a look in the Discord. Norm called him weird. Norm said bye to him after he beat him. Norm didn't dominate this game, guys. Now, what did I miss? Wait, so was this a dog walk? What happened here? There's no way that this was the actual game. I need to get a quote. I need to get a quote here. There's no way this was the actual game. Give me a sec here. Was this the actual score? 17-14, Jags, Ravens. I'm doing the show live now. Did anybody watch this game? You know what? We're going to hold off on this game. We'll get to it. Once I get confirmation on whether or not this was the game. The second game on the slate here, we've got Mai and the Dolphins in this one. I took my notes. I got to go back and look at my notes here. I hate the fact that it does this thing, man. Let's take a look what we got here, man. Obviously, we know that the Colts were one of the favorites to reach the title game. So let's get that out of the slide. Let's take a look at some of the stats here. Colts had a top 3 offense. Dolphins had a top 3 defense. That seems like it's going to make for a very good matchup. The problem with it is that it's not a defensive game. So having a good defense in this game means what? Like how many points were the Dolphins allowing this season? Let's take a look here at some of these stats here for the Dolphins. Because, yeah, having a top 3 defense is great. Unless it means absolutely nothing from that standpoint. So let's take a look here at 407 points he allowed. Ravens had the number 1 defense, did not get over 300. I don't know, the Dolphins did not allow a lot of points, but neither did the Colts. So, I mean, this is obviously, look, the game is obviously favoring Mai here. He's got the high-octane offense. I don't think we saw anything like that from Miami as far as an offensive unit. Miami is all the way down here. I mean, he's here with the likes of the Ravens. I guess that maybe indicates that maybe he's not bad. He broke the 30-point threshold there. So he's got a middle of the pack scoring offense. Middle of the pack scoring offense. There's nothing really crazy about the offense here for Nick that gives me any serious hope that he can win this game. Let's find out if these guys played. I think they. Oh no, we're not following the regular. We're not following the regular schedule. So give me a sec. They did not play the Colts. So taking a look at this one here real quick. We've got the Ravens moving on. He's moving on to the other side of the bracket. I like Indianapolis in this one. I haven't seen anything. There's a lot of stuff that I've seen from Nick. Winning playoff games is not one of those things that I think he has shown enough in his repertoire to do against the likes of Mai. I think Mai wins this. Now he moves to 3. So 3 is going to move there. And the question then becomes this game here between Wes and DJ. There's an interesting dynamic that's occurring here in this game between Wes and DJ. I don't think DJ gets the respect that he deserves. I think people think of DJ and they think he's a really good player. I think he's an above average player. I don't think they consider him a tier 1 player. And I think that mindset needs to change. So much so that Wes, who has had really, really good success, he's won an Natty in PBL. I don't know if he's making the playoffs, but overall, a really good player. First year in PBL, makes the playoffs. I think a lot of guys have this game split. I think if we were being honest here and we took a poll, I think the guys that are in PBLU or have been in PBLU, I think they probably would look at this playoff game and go, I can see the Jets winning this game. I don't know if I want to go there yet. My only concern for DJ is that DJ is prone to just kind of throw it by the wayside and concede, like just not care if he goes down 13-0, if he goes down 17-7 right before the half and he's not getting the ball. But this is a real good matchup. Let's take a look at some of the stats here, man. I'm really interested. Who do you guys like in this game? I'm a little torn. I'm a little torn in this one. So nobody really standing out here offensively. Defensively, Texas got a D. Jets got a D too. Top 10, right? Both guys top 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 top 10 defenses. Texans in the top 5, though. How do you get better than a top 10? Well, you get a top 5. You get a top 5. Let's take a look at turnovers. I'm trying to find neither guy really doing anything offensively. Both guys playing real good defense. Texans got a better conversion rate on 3rd down. Not really. Jets right behind them. Jets with the number 1 4th down conversion. This is interesting. This kind of maybe lets me know that overall the Jets aren't going for the gusto on 3rd downs and finds himself in a really, really good 4th and manageable. He's absolutely perfect on 2-point conversions. DJ's got to be on the lookout for that. Only took 4, so, it's not 23 attempts here like the Jags or like the Titans. I know are going to have it. Weiss going for 2. 29 times by the Titans, but he is punctual with it. Jets with a better plus differential. It's his first year. I know a lot of people are going to be split in this game. It's his first year. I'm going to go DJ. I'm going to go DJ in this one. Now, what does that mean? We're getting Norm on the opposite side. I still need to do that game. I need to find out what happened. Oh, I'm getting some info right now. Down 17-14 going into the half, getting the ball, got bagged all second half. Then he stopped Norm on a 4th and 1 with a minute left and threw a pick on the first play of his money drive. Unk, my source says here, and he quotes, he choked. He choked. Oh, crap. I didn't tell people I was live? Crap, sorry. He choked. Let's break it down. I mean, you're hearing it from one of my sources, straight up. I'll say it to you again. Just got a DM right now. Jay should have won that game. Now, we'll get to what that means as far as Norm. Is Norm on par to beat right now a guy like Dimes? Dimes beating Norm would be absolutely insane. And Norm might not look to be right now in a position to maybe be the best in the AFC. But I'll read it to you again. This is directly from my source. Jay should have won. I watched it. Down 17-14 going into the half, getting the ball, got bagged the entire second half. Then he finally stops Norm on a 4th and 1, and he threw a pick on the very first play of his money drive. There's no way to sugarcoat this. Unk, he choked. I'm dying to know if Jay has any comment on this. Wow, Raven said, yeah, that's exactly what happened. 166 yards here for Jay. An offense who, in my opinion, is absolutely efficient. 166 yards? 3 turnovers? And he lost by 3? Jay choked. Jay choked, and are you putting your money on Norm if he goes up against Dimes? Forget the fact that he might get there. He's going to be the 2. I like the Texans. The Texans or the Jets. Look, as long as my wins that game, the Texans or the Jets are going to go see Dimes. Which means, are you taking Norm over mine? Playing like that? Mine's not going to choke if you give him that game that you just gave the Jaguars. I mean, I was wrong. This is, for all intents and purposes, a Colts Chargers AFC preview. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. What a disappointing first round matchup for Norm. Pathetic, quite frankly. 17-14, and Jay's not off the hook. Jay choked. You throw 3 turnovers. You stop the man on the 4th down on the road. You get the ball. You don't even make it a fight. You throw a pick. This was a disgusting game by both players. Fortunately for the Jags, he doesn't have to hear any more of this until a couple more days when the next season turns around. But Norm, this is what you brought? This is your attempt to prove to me, because you don't like it. You don't like it when I don't put you in the ranks of the Hexies and the Claires and those guys. And I've told you, you hang out with these dudes, you are not these dudes. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. You got a landscape to prove that, and you put up 17 points? A dude gave you 3 turnovers, and you couldn't muster more than 20 points in this game? Is he ready for mine? Hell, is he ready for Nick? Let alone DJ and the Jets. If you're Dimes, you've got to be feeling great. You've got to be looking at this right now going, I know who Norm pretends he's like. He's not that. I love that. He's got to look at mine and go, I get another advance to prepare for mine. I get another advance. I don't have to worry about him in the next game. I got another week. Chargers might be the favorite. Unless you're still harping that he hasn't improved or doesn't know what adjustments to make in the event that he plays my and the Colts again. But the way that it's looking right now is we have got a very anticlimactic, disappointing Baltimore Ravens team going on the opposite side of a guy with the Chargers who wants to be considered great in PBL. He does not want the name Dimes to be separated from the league PBL. I like mine to win against the Dolphins, and I like the Texans to beat the Jets in this game. Let's head on over to the NFC. The NFC is so interesting. The NFC is so interesting. And let's start off here. I don't want to be that dude. I don't want to set this tone. But I'll speak on behalf of PBL. Everybody know the Falcons don't belong in that 1 seed. I know it. You watching this show knows it. Chocolate knows it. Chocolate's daddy knows it. His mama knows it. His kids know it. His deacon knows it. His pastor knows it. His teachers know it. The 1 seed in the NFC will not be in the playoffs. Will not be in the playoffs. That being said, that does not take away from an amazing season. That does not take away from the fact that he earned this 1 seed. Here's the problem with the NFC, guys. The NFC has a collection of playoff teams that don't know what it takes to carry the mantle yet. Atlanta, although he earned it, he did. He ain't 1 seed worthy. He's not ready for the pressure of being the 1 seed. He doesn't know what to do with this 1 seed. Do you take him now over Blaze, who seems to be a little bit focused? I don't know. I guess you would. They're in the same division. But the fact that it's not a definitive yes. You don't think he's better than Mexi. Is he better than Tizzy? Is he better than Luna? Is he better than the Rams? Is he better than the Niners? Here's the problem. The honest, genuine answer is, if you're not being a prick, I don't know. I know who Dimes is better than. I know Dimes is better than the 7 seed in the AFC. I think Dimes is better than Miami. I think Dimes is better than the Jets. I think Dimes is better than Texans. Do I think he's better than the Ravens? I don't know. Do I think he's better than the Colts? I don't know. Two guys. Let's do it for the NFC. Is he better than the Bears? No. Is he better than the Saints? I don't know. Is he better than the Rams? I don't know. Seahawks? I don't know. Luna? I don't know. Niners? I don't know. Does that convince you that he beat Tizzy? Would that convince you that he can't beat the Eagles? Look, he played everybody. I'm just not convinced. I'm not convinced. But it's the road. I think it's going to be a very short road. This is a really good game because I think Blaze is better than a 7 seed. I think Blaze is better than the 7 seed. The problem is, and Blaze is about to learn this lesson in PBL, is you don't know where you're going to end up. This league might be a lot of things. It's not the highest paying league in the world. It's not a pro league with 50 dev shop attributes. But it's got its players. And I don't know what the hell Blaze was thinking. I hope that he got busy. I hope that it was something with school, something with entrepreneurship, something that distracted him, nothing serious. But not that he took this league for granted. Because there ain't no money for wild card losers. There ain't no money for wild card losers. So you put yourself in a situation where maybe you're better than the Rams, maybe you're better than the Seahawks, maybe you're better than Luna, maybe you're better than the 49ers. You know you're not better than the Bears. This is an absolute dog walk game for Mexi. Well, what's the problem then for Mexi? Mexi hasn't won a bowl. There are guys in this league right now that could give a rat's ass about Mexi's history in PBL. There's a good amount of us that have seen Mexi be great, that have seen Mexi hit strides that we don't think we'll ever see get broken. Against a guy like Hexy plays consistently, unless a guy like Pluto plays consistently, unless a guy like Cerebral plays consistently. But they're not in the league. Mexi has stuck through. Mexi is loyal. I hate doing this for Mexi, but if Mexi don't win the bowl this season, Mexi don't win the bowl this season, he's still on the Mount Rushmore, but is he the GOAT? I don't know who I replace him with, but I don't mind having an empty slot either. Mexi cannot fall short in the NFC. Maybe if he loses to mine, maybe if he loses to a 17, 18, 19-year-old Charger, he needs to run through the NFC, though. He has no choice. History is judging you. What will the story be of the great Mexi? Where he would have been the anomaly. He's getting older, but hasn't lost his groove. I like the Bears in this game. I like Mexi to go to the opposite side of the bracket. Next game, we're going to skip the Rams game right now. That's going to be the last game. Bentley didn't play the Eagles. What are we doing? I'm telling y'all right now, I'm not feeling too good for Luna here. I like the 5 seeds in both conferences. I like the 5 seed in both conferences, man. What have you done, gentlemen? What have you done, gentlemen? Eagles got the offense. Niners offense, okay. Eagles got the defense. Niners got a defense. Here's the problem. I don't know if Bentley is aggressive enough to go take this victory. Fourth quarter, down 3. Very similar to the situation we just saw with Jay. Does Bentley turn it on? Is Bentley happy that he's already here and doesn't care if he loses? If Bentley thinks he's playing with house money right now, he's going to lose this game. If Bentley thinks that he is playing with house money, he's gotten the respect, he's got his adapts. Yo, good season. Yo, great season. Yo, you did good. Yo, you did good. If he's fine with that, and he's looking at this game right now, and he's like, oh, man, Eagles got a top offense. Eagles got a top defense. Eagles got a top conversion rate. He's lost. Because you might be playing with house money is the reason you got to put that foot on the pedal, Bentley. You got to put that foot on the pedal and go. And I don't know if he has that. I don't know if he has that. Unc, you started this by saying you might take Bentley. I am taking Bentley. Unc, we just looked at the stats, bro. Luna's playing top offense. Luna's playing top defense. Luna's got one of the top conversion rate. Luna is right. Unc, you are just a hater. I'm not a hater. Luna's got Madden ego. Luna didn't lose to the Lions because the Lions are better. Luna lost to the Lions because he didn't feel that the Lions belong on the field with him. Luna believes the Lions user belongs behind this mic. But Unc, you're not in the playoffs. I know. But the 49ers is someone he looks to the same way. How do you know that? Because I know people. Luna ain't afraid of the 49ers. Difference between the Niners and the Lions is that I decided to go all out. So the question becomes, is Bentley going to play it safe against a guy with this high octane of an offense, with a guy with this high octane of a defense, with a guy that you are not going to get off the field, and you're going to have to deal with long possession drives because his percentage rate on third down conversions is tops in the league? I'm going to take the 49ers. I'm going to take the 49ers. Last game on the slate here. beat the Seahawks 35-31. And he lost to the Seahawks 63-36. Where do y'all think I'm going with this game? Who do y'all think I'm going with in this game? The Rams have the #1 offense in the league. Seahawks have a top 5 defense in the league. Rams have the #1 conversion rate, and it's not even close. Jay, Trelly, Weiss. Only Trelly is playoff proof. Only Trelly has what it takes to look at a team in postseason play and say, I'm not laying down. We just saw Jay choke. And this is unfair to the Rams. He don't got that DNA yet. Tizzy does. Tizzy does. I think it was an amazing season for the Rams. I think he's got an amazing opportunity here as the 3 seed to find himself in a situation where he's going to play Mexi instead of the Falcons, unless the Niners can. No, there is no world. I don't think Weiss is ready for this. I think Weiss, who has a close bond with Jay and with Trelly, looked over, saw Jay go down, and was like, I'm not ready yet. We were supposed to do this together. Trelly's not in. Jay lost. Tizzy's breathing down my neck, but he beat it. I don't care. He's got a #1. I don't care. I don't care. Everyone right now is 0-0 with the exception of the Ravens, who are 1-0, the Chargers, who are 1-0 because they technically get a win in the wild card, and the Falcons. Weiss ain't ready, man. I like the Seahawks to win this game. And that gives the Seahawks a trip to Atlanta and the opportunity to duck Mexibron. And I don't know what to think if Seattle and the Falcons play. But I don't like the Rams to win this game. Let's recap it. Chargers in, Ravens in. I like the Colts. I like the Texans to get the victory over Wesley. Falcons in, Bears win. I'm going Bentley over the Eagles. And I like Seattle over the Rams. All right, that's the show before any other games get played. Hope you guys enjoyed the show as much as I did doing it for you guys. As always, remember to always keep it mad and man. Take care of yourselves and each other. See you guys on the next show. Maybe we'll do some commentary tonight. Peace.